The Tory Brexiteer condemned MPs in his party who decided to vote against the Prime Minister on her amended motion, and contributed to the ruling out of a no-deal Brexit scenario under any circumstance. Mr. Bradley urged Theresa May to replace cabinet ministers who failed to support her government's position in this crucial vote, betraying the promise made to the British electorate. He said, "To be honest, we have just betrayed the promise that we made to the electorate. I'm angry. I'm quite emotional, to be honest. I think it's incredibly to justify having promised for 2 years that we would leave on the 29th, and Parliament has just decided that we're not going to leave effectively. I think inevitably tomorrow we vote to extend Article 50. This is the reason I voted for the deal yesterday, because I thought this would happen today, but I'm still shocked that it hasn't. I've seen ministerial colleagues come out of that lobby voting to take no deal off the table to prevent us from leaving." Brexit news. Then Bradley calls on Theresa May to fire rebel cabinet ministers. Image Sky Getty. If cabinet ministers can't vote for a long-term government position on Brexit, they need to go. And Bradley, he added, there needs to be something. We've got to a point where the trust in government is evaporating. If cabinet ministers can't vote for a long-term government position on Brexit on a 3-line whip, then they need to go. Frankly, asked if he believed Theresa May has the power to fire anyone in her cabinet, he warned, if she doesn't, then I think we're in a total free-fall. The backbenchers of the party were quite rightly angry about Alberto Costa's treatment last week, and if we're in a position where is one rule for backbenchers and another one for cabinet ministers, we really are in a mess. MPs voted to rule out a no-deal Brexit scenario under any circumstance in an amendment to the Prime Minister's motion tabled by Tory MP Dame Caroline Spelman. The result forced the Prime Minister to vote against her own then amended motion, but she still failed to reach a majority in her favour a second time. The amendment was added to a government motion put forward by the Prime Minister, which would have rejected no deal on March 29 only. Mrs. May initially gave her party a free vote on the government motion, but after the Spelman amendment won by a majority of 4, Tories were whipped to oppose it. The motion was nonetheless passed by 321 votes to 278. Chancellor Philip Hammond and Work and Pensions Secretary Amber Rudd abstained.